we were at the water park with my family. My husband and my 3 girls, and my mother and my sister were there too. And I went down this water slide. It wasn't tremendously steep. Well, it was steep, but it wasn't very long or huge or anything. But I came up out of the water, and it was like, whoa, there's this pounding headache. It wasn't getting better. The pounding was still there. It wasn't going away. We went to, I knew that something was wrong, so I needed to get to the emergency room, and I said to my husband, we need to get to the hospital now. So they whisked me into the ER pretty quickly. Did some CT scans, MRI scan, had an angiogram. The whole process, they're asking me my medical history and what the possibilities are that I would be having a stroke at the age of 44, because they said it was a hemorrhagic stroke. So we couldn't, everybody was just pretty much puzzled as to why it would happen. I was shaking and everything. I can't believe this is happening to me. So the next thing I know, I have several nurses all around me, and I think they were actually angels in disguise. They were treating me with just the best of care. They would walk in, walk softly, talk softly, because they knew I would need the kind of intense rest that later I found out I would need. And one of the occupational therapists working with me and explaining to me what his job would be, and it would be basically, relearning how to do daily living functions, dressing, tying shoes, things like that. And he said, you may have to accept that this may be the way it is. And I was like, no way. I'm like, It made me mad, but it also was a motivator for me to just say, I'm not going to accept this. No, I'm going to walk. The people on the rehab floor are just fabulous. Once again, angels. Okay, so now 4 years later, I pretty much can do everything that I did before. It's funny, I had a conversation with one of my daughters a few weeks ago, and she said, hey, she's the one that's married now, and she says, hey, even if I live in Utah County, I'm going to come up to IMC to have my babies if I'm still living in Utah. So there's a trust in the staff and the health care here.